Hey guys, welcome back to my channel C4D Wala, and in today's video we are going to create this amazing looping animation with the help of dynamic properties inside of Cinema 4D. Also, if you want to learn more about motion graphics and other stuff, then don't forget to check out my Udemy courses. Links are available in the description. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. So here we are in Cinema 4D, and now first thing first, we will try to create our shape. So I'm going to select this cube over here, then I'm going to press ND on my keyboard so I can see edges and vertices. Then I'm going to reduce this size X to somewhere around 20 like that, and size Z I'm going to choose 150 like that, or let's say 100. This looks good to me. Then I'm going to enable this fillet option, and fillet radius I'm going to choose 1 and subdivisions choose 3 only. If you hit Ctrl R, we will get this kind of shape. Now I need to create one base, so for that I'm going to select this plane. I'll go to the front view and I'm going to try to bring this over here, zoom in a little bit, okay, like that, and let's bring this somewhere around over here that it should touch it properly. You can go to the coordinates and you can make this value properly -100, so it will automatically come at the bottom. Okay, then go to the top view, zoom out a little bit, and we will increase this size totally like this. Okay, now we have this much more wider look. Now I need to create duplicates of this, so for that I'm going to bring my cloner over here, not subdivision surface but cloner, and select this cube, and I'm going to move inside this cloner. Now by default it is in the grid form, so we don't want this in grid, we want in linear. So simply go to the mode options and choose linear over there, and we don't want anything on y-axis, so let's make this y position 0, and we need to create duplicates on x-axis, so let's make this x value 50. Okay, if you want then you can make this 100 as well, it's totally up to you. I'm going to choose somewhere around 80, so we will get something like this, and count I'm going to choose 30. Okay, so I'm gonna get this kind of stuff like that. Now we need to apply dynamic properties to each and every element. So before that, first of all, let's double click and we will create one material, and we will apply this to cube. Again, create double click and apply one material to this plane. Okay, so our material is already ready like that, and now you can try to create our dynamic properties. So let's select this plane. I'm going to double click and I'll call it as base, and I'll hit enter. For cube I'm going to choose cube only. Then select this base, we will right click, we will go to the simulation tag, and we are going to choose collider body. Then go to the collision options, make sure apply tag to children and individual elements all is set, and then go to the shape options, and we have to make sure that we need to choose static mesh. Okay, similarly I'm going to select this cube, right click, simulation tag, and we are going to choose rigid body, apply tag to children, individual elements all, and shape automatic. And now if you hit play, we will get nothing because there is no velocity or anything. Okay, now after that I'm going to bring my camera over here, and let's enable this camera, and along with that I'm going to go in shape options, and I'm going to bring one null object, which is by default is going to be over here. Now let's select this camera and make sure to enable this icon so you can zoom in properly. And now let's adjust our camera settings. I'll go to the project options, and instead of perspective I'm going to choose parallel view. Okay, and then I'm going to change the view of my camera somewhere around like this. Okay, over here. So I want my camera to focus over here. Then this null object I'm going to double click, and I'll call it as camera controller, and hit OK. And then select this camera and move inside this camera controller. Okay, so this camera controller, which is null object, if I move this null object, as you guys can see, my camera is also moving. So let's hit Ctrl Z, so we'll go to the proper original position. And now we need to increase the timeline of this, so I'm going to make it 360 degree, not degree but frames. Okay, and I'm going to select this camera, I'll go to the top view first. Okay, and let's try to bring this in such a way that we cannot see those cubes over here. So select this camera and move this over here. Select this, go to the coordinates, and we will create one keyframe at X. Then we will go to around 180 frame, and we will move this from here to here in such a way that this should get out of this. Okay, like you can choose specific value as well, but I would recommend adjust it according to this. Okay, and let's create another keyframe, and I'm going to select this exposition properties. I'll right click animation, and I'm going to choose show F curve. And right now F curve is kind of, in curvature form. We don't want that. I'm going to choose linear format. So now the speed is going to be the constant. So now if I hit play this animation, I'm gonna get something like this. But this animation quite look fast, so I can select this keyframe and I can move this somewhere around 300 as well, like that. Now I'm going to select this cloner and I'll press C to make this object editable. And when you do that, and if you go inside this, we have this cloner and we have this 30 copies of it. Okay, now let's play this animation. Now somewhere around at this point, I want this cubes, which is this one, should collide with the other ones. So for that, what we need to do, I'm going to select this dynamic body tag over here, and let's go to the dynamics. And initially I'm going to disable this dynamic, so let's off and create one keyframe over here like that. And we will go one frame forward with the help of this, and this time we will make this on and we will enable this dynamics. And at this point I'm going to bring this custom initial velocity, and then this is we need to move this over here. So let's make this value 200, okay, centimeter, and let's see, we will get something like that. So now if I hit play this animation, I'm gonna get something like that. But if you see, they are not affecting anyone. So let's try to do it something around, let's say 600, and let's hit play. Still not, we need to increase this value to 1000.